Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. Make sure to smash that like button, my Silver Stackers. Let's see if this video can get 100 likes. I know it can. I know each and every one of you guys love smashing that like button, help supporting the channel out, and spreading the word of this beautiful meta we call Silver. I'm also doing a giveaway, so make sure you are interacting, because who knows which video I'm going to be doing it on. If you want a chance to win some free silver, go check out my video I posted a couple days ago, how to enter, and I will be announcing the winner within the next day or so, so stay tuned for that. It's also why it's so important to stay subscribed. But anyways, I have probably one of the best videos imaginable right now. This is from the Silver Institute, talking about why higher silver prices projected this year is supported by expanded physical investment and industrial demand. We know supply and demand is one of the most important things that can push prices higher. Low supply, high demand shoots the price up. So this is going to be a really good article. I definitely think you guys are going to find this interesting. So with that said, let's jump into it. So the Silver Institute foresees a 3% increase in silver industrial demand, which would be broadly in line with the International Monetary Fund's forecast of 3.3% for global GDP growth this year. Growth in silver industrial offtake, accounting for just over half of the total demand in 2019, is expected to resume in 2020. Reversing for 2 years of marginal losses, demand from electrical and electronic sectors should account for the bulk of the gains. Silver use in automotive industry is expected to enjoy impressive growth. Silver use in 5G infrastructure and upcoming intelligent electronics is also likely to fuel gains. So we see smartphones, smart cars, smart carts. Everything is going digital. We're in the new technological era, and silver, being the most highly conductive metal for thermal conductivity and electricity, is definitely needed for all of these things. And this is why silver is a ticking time bomb. Overall, silver demand in photovoltaic cells, or photovoltaic sector, is forecast to edge slightly lower, but even so, the total remain close in record highs. Global jewelry demand in forecast to maintain modest growth this year. India remains the dominant growth driver, led by ongoing penetration of 925 sterling jewelry, more commonly sold in that country's urban areas. Holdings in silver exchange traded products, ETPs, are forecast to remain elevated in 2020. Profit taking in ETPs is likely to be limited, even with a price rally. Continued macroeconomic uncertainties should also favor safe haven assets, which will encourage new allocations into silver ETPs. Silver physical investment, which consists of silver bullion, coins, and bars, is forecast to increase in the third year in a row, up by 7% in 2020. So that's the demand sector. That's the force that's going to be driving prices higher. Low supply, high demand. We know that the demand grows because silver is needed everywhere. It's not just valuable because it's shiny. There's real uses for this stuff. So let's go into silver supply. Silver mine production is anticipated to grow by 2% in 2020, which would make it the first annual increase in 5 years. We've seen silver supply decreasing over the last several years because it's just not that profitable to miners. They'd rather focus on gold, lead, and zinc. Silver is actually found from byproduct, by accident basically. The growth will partly be due to the contribution from several recently commissioned mining operations from the ramp up of several mine expansions to full production. Silver scrap is to rise in the fourth consecutive year, albeit a small amount. A reflection of the ongoing capacity expansion is the ethylene oxide market. So now let's talk about the silver price. See, silver experienced a notable improvement in investor sentiment in 2019, boosting the average annual silver price to its first increase in 4 years, up 4% to $16.21. The outlook for silver remains positive, with the annual average price projected to rise 13% to a 6-year high of $18.40 in 2020, and we already saw that passed. We already saw almost $19 silver in 2020. This rally is premised mainly on positive spillover from gains in gold, as the yellow metal will continue to benefit from macroeconomic and geopolitical uncertainties across critical economies. The weight of the institutional money flowing into relatively small markets should prove sufficient for silver to outperform gold, and gold could cause the gold to silver ratio to drop mid-70s later this year. And we already see the ratio right now at 95 to 1. So if we see a correction down to mid-70s, that 75 to 1 level, that means silver is going to outperform gold dramatically. Who knows where prices could be? Global Precious Metals Research Consultancy Metal Focus contributed to the analysis. The firm will research and produce the 30th edition of Silver Institute's annual report, International Silver Market, and that report will be released April 15th if you want to check that out. So let's see what I want to wearable silver, so make it happen. Let's go into sustainability in the silver industry, featured on Silver Institute website. So no, actually, we're not going to go into that. So I wanted to go back up here and let's talk about this, because this is interesting, where it's talking about these devices, and it really breaks down, where silver is used and what it can be used for. When it comes to creating new electronic devices, the quest to find more flexible materials that can carry electronics continues, especially for wearables. The challenge is to build materials that maintain electrical connection while bending and flexing, sometimes hundreds of times a day, and further challenge to manufacture these products efficiently on a mass scale. So they're talking about by adjusting the ratio of silver silicone, the companies produced different types of shapes and varying degrees of flexibility and conductivity. And we know that silver is the most highly conductive metal for thermal conductivity and electricity. So, silver is almost needed. There's no other metal that's going to perform like that. And if there is, then that's going to mean that our products would be a lot more expensive. The new iPhone would actually not exist without silver, and if another metal was to replace silver, it would probably be double, triple, quadruple the price. Same with EVs. Same with everything that silver is needed for. So, anyways, let's go into this. Let's talk about some other cool things that silver is used for. Micromotors lure, trap, and destroy bacteria with silver ions. We know that silver is used to purify water. So many different weird things that you would never even think of. So here are just more examples on why silver is so useful. Most drugs become diluted in the body, so healthcare providers often prescribe large doses that are needed to destroy a specific pathogen. This is common practice and leads to overuse of drugs, especially in antibiotics, and spurs bacteria to become immune to medicines as they morph to protect themselves. It's actually really interesting. So what if scientists could build microtraps that travel through the body to lure, capture, and destroy bacteria in a precise, measured way? So they're talking about how this where's it at? So the so the silver ions kill the bacteria that are trapped. So I thought that was really interesting. So anyways, this is talking more stuff about it gets really into like the scientific part. So I'm gonna wrap up that part of the video, but I still want to talk about the supply and demand factor of it, because we see Mexico, Peru, Chile, Australia, China, some of the biggest producers for precious metals, right? Some of the largest producers on the globe, which have been abandoning silver mines, and that means that we have a lot of catching up to do. Because if silver supply is vanishing and the demand is rocketing, there's going to be a place in time where the supply cannot meet the demand, and what that's going to do is shoot the price up. So this means that we have a lot of catching up to do in the supply section, and they said it increased 2% this year, but it's been down for the last 5 years. So there's a lot of catching up to do, and people should be a little worried about that. Now the producers will turn into the consumers, and the consumers will turn into the producers, because the people like you and I will be hoarding the silver. We hoard silver, basically, is what we do. We stack it. And then these companies that actually need the silver for the newest iPhone, for these electric vehicles, they're going to be the ones having to pay the high premiums and buying it off of us, right? So the tables are going to be turned, and the price of silver Well, that'll be a variable that doesn't matter because there's going to be such a shortage in it. We already saw a shortage in American Eagles. American Eagles that are usually minted in the 40+ million per year were only down to 14 million minted this year. That's crazy. That's almost as much as pandas. So there's definitely a shortage going on here, and I tried to look into it a little bit, but there's not much research about it. People aren't opening up about it. All we know is miners are finding silver by byproduct, by accident basically, and focusing on gold, lead, and zinc because it's more profitable, because they're chasing the dollar. So anyways, hope you guys and gals enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button. I'm also doing the giveaway, so stay tuned for that as well. I also posted another video earlier today I know you guys will enjoy. Make sure to go check that out as well. Make sure to smash that like button. Let's see if this video can get 100 likes. I definitely know it can, because this is interesting stuff. I thought this was a pretty cool video. If you thought so too, let me know what your favorite piece of information was. So anyways, thanks for tuning in this video. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.